Alright, but I still don't have the stream link.
Yes, I did. I put it in
Chaos
this.
and Crochet.
Yeah, man, are you deaf? I told you I put it there.
I missed that detail because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to stir my tea.
Well, stop doing your dumb gay tea shit. Who drinks tea? Old people or people who drink tea.
Sophisticated people.
Maybe British people. You know what the British people are? White.
Well, some of them. They're not gonna be that way for much longer with the immigration problem they're having.
Alright, I don't want to even get into, like, real life matters. Can we not?
You left the door open.
No, I didn't. I most certainly did not, and you know it.
You didn't.
No, Bronny barged through it. Bronny barged.
You left the
Smashed
window
his way
open.
in. Yeah, because it's hot in here.
Bronny barged through the door head first. However, due to his thick skull, he didn't feel it.
It's like, Ronnie, the door wasn't open. There was a door?
People in the chat probably don't know this about me, but when I get excited, I have this tendency to like break through the wall of like the biggest group that I can, right? Like I'll go to my groups and I'll be like, you know, and I'll just type in the chat, Bronny Buck breaks through the wall, and I'll put in I'll also put in the words, despite the fact that there's a perfectly good door right there. I do that a lot, and I find it hilarious, and nobody else finds it hilarious.
Thank you. And today, guys, we got something a little special, a little different. A different beverage. It's called Truly, a hard seltzer. They didn't have my usual hard lemonades at the store this week. I had to pick up groceries, and when they were giving them to me, they were like, yeah, we were out of Mike's hard lemonade, but we got these. Will you accept these? And I'm like, okay, I guess. I could try something new. This is the raspberry lime flavor. So, we're going on a little venture today. I think this is the first hard seltzer I've had. Let's try it. Oh.
How is it?
It's not great. It kind of just tastes like flavored carbonated water. I mean, I'm sure you'd love it.
Yeah. I've
It's only
been
100
enjoying,
calories.
I've been enjoying carbonated water lately.
If you drank, you'd probably like this. Here, kitty, touch the cold can. It's so skinny, it doesn't fit in my cozy properly.
Yeah, that's the weird
It starts
thing
out
about
just fine, but then it has that aftertaste that all hard water, like carbonated water shit has that remains in your throat. Kind of sucks. Mike's Hard is the ultimate.
Syndicate says hello and wants to know, is it truly a good drink?
Not really. If I'm being totally honest, it's not.
Are you being truly with us?
Truly am. You heard it here from you. You heard it here yourself from yours truly. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I like it incredibly.
You know something? I tried this tea one time. It's called Honest Tea, and that wasn't terribly good either.
You see, I don't know if you're trying to make a pun or if there was a company that named their tea that and they just didn't have a very good tea. Like, if I'm being honest, this tea is terrible.
I am not making a pun right now.
There is a tea that's named Honest Tea and it's bad.
Yes.
Well, that's why you can't
I actually have a
it.
funny story about Honest Tea.
Yeah? Is this like a really well-known brand that I don't know about?
I don't know about well-known.
It's not Arizona levels of well-known, but, you know, you can go to the store and find it. But yeah, what was your story, Spencer?
So they did an experiment years back where they basically just set up a kiosk or whatever in cities or just all over the country. And they didn't have anyone manning it. They just left the drinks there and left a box there. And the idea was to see which parts of the country were more honest than other parts of the country. and I don't remember which one they found was the most honest, with a 100% dollars left to drinks taken ratio. But they found the least honest was Washington, D.C., where people were taking money from the box.
That sounds about right.
People said you were echoing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that.
I just took off our second audio input capture because they're probably hearing you in my microphone. I'm not sure how to.
Through the speakers.
Yeah.
I have noticed it a little bit in streams past, but it was barely there, so it must have gotten worse somehow.
We'll certainly see. Hey, Countess.
I don't hear anymore.
Oh, that's because I turned off. I turned off audio input capture too.
Trent is here as well. Yeah, Countess says bad echo and Brawny is really quiet. I can turn myself up a little bit.
I'm not doing that because of the audio. I'm doing that because the hard seltzer isn't good. But I'm drinking it because it's cold and I opened it, and if you start something, you need to finish it. Like an adult!
Yep. Just like the buffalo clam chowder.
Knife here, come drink this. You're old enough.
Trent says it's all good now.
Yeah, because I fixed it.
Oh, no wonder I didn't hear Brawny's audio problems. I had him at 200% volume.
Me too.
Syndicate wants you to tell us about your egg hunt with Sweetie.
It was hard. Or maybe I'm just stupid. Hard to say.
It's a little of both.
Fuck you.
What are we working on tonight, Heather?
Still on mittens for your grandma. Ugh, I need a better flavor in my mouth. Honey, send me some gummy candies.
Okay. So, yeah, tell us about the Easter egg hunt, Heather. How, like...
If you watch the video, it's basically the whole thing. It was me, very bleary-eyed because I just woken up in my pajamas, walking around, and like it took like 15 minutes to find them motherfucking things. She had a traditional place that she used last year where she put it inside this unicorn bowl I keep in the kitchen that I put candy in, and I found one in there. And I found one behind her, one of her paintings, and one next to my boxes. I forget where I found another one. I cannot remember where I found that other one. I don't know. Not much to say about that, but it was nice. I had too much candy that day. A lot of eggs. Oh my god, she covered her boiled eggs in like so much glitter. I ate glitter.
Alrighty then. That sounds unpleasant.
No, it was fine. Pretty sure it was non-toxic.
So, did Sweetie confirm that you found all of the eggs?
Oh yes, because she didn't actually hide like our actual eggs because we've had a bit of a bug problem. So she hid plastic eggs that had like wrapped candy inside, and there was like only like 4 or 5 of those, so she knew.
Okay. Because I went to my dad's house on Easter, and my sister hid a bunch of eggs. She didn't keep perfect track of them. She hid like 41 to 43 of them.
Holy heck.
Yeah. Took the kids a couple hours to find those ones. Or not hours. Almost an hour to find those ones.
That's what happens.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide Easter eggs, but I'm going to hide them in the worst possible spots. Like I'm going to be putting them in air vents. I'm going to be putting them in car vents. I'm going to be putting them in like under pillows, in between mattresses and box springs.
Honey, I will not participate in this egg hunt, and you know I'm going to be the only bitch there.
Countess wants to know if they were boiled eggs.
The ones that Sweetie hid, no, those were just plastic eggs, but she did make boiled eggs painted and covered in glitter for us to eat, like the normal kind. So
I miss that tradition.
We can do it when I get there.
Yep. I kind of wanted to throw an Easter party, but like I'm not sure I know enough people that like what would I do other than just have a bunch of people come over and hang out, and the excuse is it's Easter, because I don't really know anybody that would be all about the like Easter egg hunt thing. We're all in our
Honey,
freaking
there is
30s and
tons to
40s.
do, and that's all a party is that you hang out with other people. You're gonna make a whole bunch of food. I'm talking deviled eggs, cookies, cakes, anything else you can think of. Easter is a very brunch type of holiday, so I'm thinking brunch. Make people some egg
All right.
sandwiches. That's what you do. And then there's a whole bunch of Easter-themed movies. We could do activities that are kind of Easter-based, and since you guys are all so fucking healthy, maybe, like, I don't know, exercise, do some bunny hops. The possibilities are endless if you are creative.
You know
Never-
something? Bunny hops is one of our exercises that we do.
Well, there you
Sometimes
go.
I have it. Sometimes I have a routine called I usually call it Animal Day. So it's horse gallops, bear crawls, chameleons, bunny hops, kangaroos, frog hops, and I know there's more. Oh, shrimps.
What are shrimps?
They're a common exercise in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and basically they're an ab exercise, but like you lay on the ground, and then you compress into the shape of a shrimp while you stick your hips out, and you basically crawl along the floor that way.
That doesn't make a lot of sense hearing it. I'd have to see it.
I'll see if I can find you a GIF.
Are you sure
and-
you listed exercises? Because that sounds like a dinner buffet.
You
oh,
gonna
there's
eat them
also crab
kangaroo?
walks.
You gonna eat a kangaroo,
Oh.
Emerald?
There's crab
Yes,
walks
kangaroo
and,
is delicious.
and there's duck walks. I forgot about the duck walks. Those are murder on the quadriceps.
Ew. Well, there you have it. You had all the tools at your disposal, but you refused to use them.
Yeah, I mean I was also fighting with the cell phone the whole day,
Oh, yeah.
and just being generally overwhelmed by the state of things. I've been doing that a lot lately, and I need to stop.
Alright. Chandler.
How's the mitten coming?
I'm coming up to a different part where it wants me to do something different, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to this.
Syndicate says the only Easter movie I know is when the bunny showed up in The Rise of the Guardians. Wasn't that
Forget about Hop.
Wasn't that the owl movie?
And also there's a Peter Rabbit movie by the same people who did Rudolph.
Yeah, I remember an owl movie.
There wasn't an owl. There was a rabbit.
I don't
Yeah, I
recall.
have no idea.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm coming up blank.
I remember everything in that movie. It was a good movie.
Michael Collins says, "Hey Heather, hey Brownie, how are you guys? I'm doing all right."
Oh, cool.
Conan says there's a movie called Hop that is basically the Santa Claus movie but with the Easter Bunny.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
little
remember
weird.
that one.
I remember it vaguely. Apparently, they shit jelly beans. That's
I
what I
don't like
remember.
this movie.
Yeah, it sucked. They had the Peter Rabbit movie though that was made by the same studio that did the stop motion movies that were very popular for the holidays. All those
I
ones.
heard that movie was no good either.
I don't remember the movie very well. I've only watched it when I was little. It obviously didn't catch on like Rudolph did.
Yeah. Let's see here. Michael says, Brawny, what game genres do you like to play? I like to play, well, I get actual enjoyment out of 2D fighters, sometimes first-person shooters, and Magic the Gathering.
And Pokemon Go.
Sometimes.
Don't you fucking sometimes me.
So how many shiny Snivy are you guys gonna catch tomorrow?
I don't know. I'll try my best. I like Snivy.
Well, Countess says she likes the Peter Rabbit movie.
Well, there you go.
And Syndicate says, what do you think about Rudolph the Island of Misfit Toys?
Oh, I certainly watched that, and I tried to get Bronny to watch it. Remember,
I
Bronny?
fell asleep.
No, you didn't. It's a really interesting movie, from my perspective. It's a little weird, but I kind of enjoy it. Expanded on Clarice a little bit.
Syndicate says, did Friendship is Magic ever have an official card game? Yes, they did, actually. And I quite enjoyed it, but apparently it had some real problems, and by the time I got back to Florida, none of my friends wanted to play it anymore. And now I've got 2 giant boxes of these cards sitting in my house, and I need to make them into decks, but no one will play with me.
I'll play with you, goddamn.
Yeah, I have some My Little Pony cards somewhere. I should look into how to play that.
Yeah, and I've been meaning, I know there's ways to play it online, and I've been meaning to get into that too, and I keep forgetting. It's the idea of going through another deck building session right now is just time I don't feel like spending.
Yeah, that's the problem with them, their card games.
Yep.
They'll rot your brain, Bronny. I don't know why. They drain your pocket and rot your brain. Oh, another deck expansion? That was the first microtransaction type of game. You had to pay for every card.
And well, if it wasn't that, then it was, the arcades.
Pay to play.
Yep.
Try being a Bakugan fan.
Bye.
I'd rather not.
Well, no, I was saying that in terms of the microtransactions, because the first wave, oh boy.
So much money.
And so much power creep.
You're alright, we're getting
Yep, it's a real problem.
Yeah, I tweeted.
The Wicked Syndicate says Brody plays D&D while dressed in his somber armor.
No.
That's a video idea.
And the funny thing is, when I first read it, I somehow misread D&D as Dance Dance Revolution.
That's also an idea! You'll probably break the machine.
Alrighty then. Syndicate wants to know if we've played dominoes before.
I do! I have Hello Kitty dominoes!
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Why am I not surprised?
I wanted to get a new pair of dominoes though because there's a resin artist. Lately she's not my favorite resin artist anymore. Her videos used to be more satisfying, but she's always talking about like crap I don't care about. Like when she was telling stories about all her failed relationships, that was interesting. But then she's like, oh my gosh guys, my small business. Oh my gosh guys, something, I don't know, I can't really like listen to her talk anymore because I'm bored.
I think I'd rather hear about that than hear about her failed relationships.
I don't know, some of them were pretty interesting. One of them was a guy who literally wanted to be Darth Vader and get his arm cut off. And I'm just like, well, there's a story with that guy. At least you walked away with something.
I suppose.
It's funny.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what makes it a good story.
Countess says, Brawny, did I send you that finished Sombra pic I did? Yes, you did. It was really cool.
She doing commissions for you now? How come you don't ask me for Sombra pictures?
I didn't ask anybody for anything. She was like, hey, I did this on stream and I thought you might appreciate it. And I said, yeah, that's actually kind of cute.
How dare you? Also, I bet it was. The Countess is very talented and stuff. You should go. You guys should go look at her stuff if you don't already. They probably do because no one's my fan originally.
Just focus on the task at hand, though.
Hold on, I'm taking a fan break.
That's your #1 fan right there.
I don't know. I had a different one that had purple on it. I don't know where it went. I think it's buried in my yarn. I keep fans around the house, so like if I get hot, I have something to fan me with.
But Heather, you're always hot.
That's why I keep some around the house. Gosh, you don't listen. Oh, honey, I also wanted to tell you should keep some tissue boxes around the house.
Okay.
Like one in the bedroom on my nightstand, one in the bathroom because you never know, one in the living room, maybe one in the exercise room, one in my
I'm glad you
office.
reminded me. I've been meaning to put up like a paper towel dispenser in there.
Yeah, but like I got that habit from my mom because the urge just comes anywhere that you really need to sneeze or something or blow your nose, and then you're just like, ugh, now I have to go find a tissue or use a rough paper towel. But like a tissue box in every room means you just have tissues everywhere. I have a tissue box at my desk right now.
Came in at picture. What's going on?
I don't know. Spencer's picking the next chat to read. That's what's going on.
Hey, Coon. Edits
Mike-
Coon has
yeah.
entered.
Michael says, "Hey Heather, I was wondering why you don't like Rainbow Dash. She's not my favorite character, but I'm just curious."
She's just lame. Like, I think it's because I got a false impression of her, like, when I was first introduced. Because my first episode of My Little Pony that I ever watched was because I flipped on the channel, and the first episode I saw was Sonic Rainboom. But I didn't see the beginning of the episode. I saw the middle, where Rainbow Dash was, like, getting really self-conscious and going into, like, a nervous breakdown about performing in this thing. And it showed, like, a good side of her. So I was interested in that. So initially I did like Rainbow Dash, but then there was just, like, episodes of her just being a super huge dick. And I just got disillusioned. I was just like, man, she sucks. She's a stupid jock. I hate her.
Yeah, she's overrated.
Oh, by far. Now, Rarity, she never fails. She's been great start to finish. Perfect, 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, she's never been on the spotlight constantly. That's what makes her great.
She deserves that fucking spotlight. She's a very independent businesswoman who is so awesome and probably super rich. She's probably super rich.
I mean, she has 2 boutiques, doesn't she?
Yeah, you only...
3? Oh, shit.
Well, at the end of the show, I think she has more because she has one in Yakistan. So she has Ponyville, Canterlot, Manhattan, Yakistan. That's 4. You're already pretty rich off that. She probably went to she probably has one in Las Pegasus, whatever the San Francisco and Pony is.
Okay.
San Fran cult. I don't know.
I think they
San
just call it
Francisco.
Vancouver.
I don't know.
That'd
That'd be Vancouver.
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 Yeah. So I think it's safe to say that Rarity's fucking loaded.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be awesome, fabulous, rich, and just amazing?
One about Starlight Glimmer.
She ain't rich. She fucking became a principal. Suck.
Or
Yeah, but she did run a whole town. You could imagine she was embezzling the taxes.
But where's that tax embezzled money now?
I don't know.
Made a communism. I don't know if taxes would be a big deal in that case.
I don't know.
They're the biggest deal in communism. That's how communism... that's the only way communism exists.
She just seizes the means of production. She doesn't just go, oh, taxes. No, she just seizes the means of production.
It's like, I don't pay you money. You don't pay me money. I take, you give.
Exactly. You don't need taxes, just seize it.
Oh, that's a nice looking cutie mark you got there. Yoink.
Yeah, thank you. That's the tax.
She seized the cutie marks.
Did you see her cutie mark collection? She has them all.
Oh my god. She had great shelves.
Like, dude, she had it on her phone and everything. Wait,
Jesus.
did you guys hear about ponies using cell phones in the new series or something like that?
I saw a
Pony
little
life?
thing I saw one holding one. I don't know.
I think it's weird.
You know, I saw it because Little Shy made a tweet about it. He was just like, ponies with smartphones, I'ma head out. I was gonna comment on there like, where you gonna go, brony boy? But I'm just like, nah. I don't know him like that.
I gotta say, the next season, the next generation is gonna be interesting. CGI and all.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll sit down and give it a chance to maybe 550.
You know, why don't they make My Little Pony fruit snacks? That would be delicious. I would eat those.
I know they make fruit drinks.
I've seen the drinks, but I want fruit snacks that look like the characters. I want a purple grape flavored rarity. I want
So
a
you can eat 'em.
strawberry. Yes, I will. And a strawberry Pinkie Pie. And I don't know, what's Fluttershy? Banana?
Maybe banana or cotton candy. No.
Fluttershy
There
is
it is.
cheesy gordita.
I love cheesy gorditas. Thank you, Tommy Oliver, for calling Fluttershy a cheesy gordita crunch, because then I tried a cheesy gordita crunch and it was delicious. So I will never regret Tommy Oliver having some freaking influence on my life. I got a cheesy gordita crunch out of that shit. Though maybe I would have been introduced to it eventually because I worked at a Taco Bell, but who knows? The time flow could have been irreparably changed from that. Maybe if I never had a cheesy gordita crunch that first time I had it, something else would have happened. I don't know.
They would have called her the Baconator, and you would have worked at Burger King. And Brandon would
Baconator,
never wanna
wouldn't
be
I have-
friends with you.
Would I have worked at Wendy's if that was the Baconator?
You might be right.
I like Wendy's, so that's whatever.
You kind of look and act like Wendy too. 'Cause you would have ended up being like the live action mascot. You would have been like Flo from Progressive or whatever it is, but with Wendy's.
Oh my god, I would have had so much money.
And all you had to do was eat the cheesy gordita.
Tommy Oliver, what have you done? I could have had it all. I probably would have did something. Like the fame would have gotten to me. I don't know what would have happened. Freaking, I wonder if that Flo chick is rich or something by now. Like, she just got to keep her record clean, and I don't think anyone's out to fuck with the progressive chick.
You guys remember Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, what about him?
Turns out that he was replaced, and I think Wavy Webster made a whole thing on him. What happened to Jake from State Farm? Freaking their mascot, Jake from State Farm. He wears khakis.
I saw a TikTok the other day where it's like, I was like, I'm gonna rob you, and he goes like, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and then the guy showed up, he's like, hey, he's like, oh shit, and he stabs the guy, he's like, thanks Mike, and he goes like, yeah, so any car shit going on?
Beautiful.
Like a good neighbor.
So apparently Betty Crocker made NLP fruit snacks back in 2012.
Well, why didn't
Yeah,
she?
makes sense.
Why didn't she make a production line, bitch? Give me the goddamn fruit snacks. Why do they make Betty Crocker hang out with what the fuck is he? Snoop Dogg. Those two.
Because she's a baked good.
Does she fucking bake weed brownies with him?
Probably you could put weed in the brownies.
Yeah, I'd make her fucking weed brownies.
Hell yeah.
Megan wants to know, Heather, are you excited for the new My Little Pony movie?
I'm happy to see any movie. Yeah. When I go over to Brownies, I want to make that a movie night. We have some snacks. Oh yeah.
Get some My Little Pony gummies.
I'll make some My Little Pony gummies. I will make the exception. I just have to figure out how to make them in pony shapes. And how to make fruit snacks in general.
I couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of how to make fruit snacks because what I'd freaking do is I'd make them in like a cookie tray. and they'd just be one giant solid cookie tray of fruit snack, and then I would just eat the whole thing.
Honey, that's how you gonna make yourself sick.
Yes, but giant fruit snack, Heather.
I think I saved some videos from that one guy I kept showing you recipes from. He made like homemade fruit roll-ups and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking of that guy makes me want a steak really bad.
Steak sounds good, actually.
I would love a fucking steak. Remember when I showed you on TikTok how they cooked a steak with a toaster?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Imagine.
I'm not sure I trust that.
Oh no, yeah, totally. You shouldn't do it, but people have done it. Oh fuck, I want a steak.
I'll take 5 steaks, please.
Syndicate wants to know if Sweet and Elite is your favorite Rarity episode.
I don't think it is. I mean, I definitely liked her song. My favorite Rarity episode? It's hard. It's hard. Because there's just a lot of... You know what? It has to be. It's not the main thing about you, because we got punk Rarity out of that. I loved that.
Oh, I definitely was not fond of the moral of that episode.
It hurts you
Seemed
on a
contradicts
personal
itself.
level. That's not fair to the episode.
Yeah, no, not just because of that. Like, yes, I'm offended by it, but no, like, there's other reasons.
Sure.
Like, it contradicts itself.
I don't know. I think the show was pretty clear that it's like the reason you get noticed is a lot of time how you present yourself. You gotta own up to what you got.
Might have been, but like, she didn't want to wear a wig, and then she comes out of the thing as punk Rarity with, you know, more hair than she had when she went in.
Like a few
She definitely
stray
used hair extensions
extensions.
and a wig that time.
There was no wig. It was just a couple of fake hair extensions that were cut, which isn't a big deal. She still had a buzzed side of her head.
Yeah, let's see here.
Though I am incredibly shocked that Twilight is somehow able to give, like, Spike a mustache, but isn't able to give Rarity any hair.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Hello, Sunset Watcher.
Let's see here. Would calling Rarity a gem be a bad pun?
Yes, but, you know, I'll let it slide.
Spencer, you see any chat you want to read?
Where did we leave off?
I don't know.
Okay, found the Rarity Gem one.
Oh, hey, I had the Rainbow Dash drink too. It was pretty good. A bit on the sweet side.
Rainbow Dash drink?
Yeah, you remember that drink that was floating around earlier in the 2010s?
Oh, like it was in a can, right?
Yeah, it was like called the cherry fizzy drink or something like that.
Oh, was it good?
It was pretty good. I think it literally tasted like a cherry soda drink.
Oh, I love
Did it
cherry
taste 20%
soda.
cooler than the other drinks?
Well, it was 20% cooler, but I don't know if it was the best. You could probably get like a cherry soda with the same effect.
I love cherry sodas. I realize I love a lot of cherry flavored stuff. I love black cherry flavored yogurt. I love the cherry, like the freaking vanilla popsicles that are covered in like cherry. I love just
Then
cherry sodas.
I recommend you get some of the Rainbow Dash drinks if they still make them.
If they still make them. I want to get Wild Bills. I have Wild Bills. Like, I follow them on Twitter and Instagram because I just want to order more soda off them. Ever since they had them at BronyCon, I've been hooked. I love those freaking sodas. I want to order from them, but, like, they're a little pricey, and, like, I'm never in the state where I'm like, okay, time to order Wild Bills because I have the financial, kickback right now. I don't. I have to save up money for a move.
But you could splurge on a drink or two.
But you gotta pay for shipping, and I'm not just gonna get a drink or two. I'm gonna get a fucking, 6 or 12 pack if I can.
Or get a whole case, a freaking doomsday pack case.
Hell the fuck yeah. If I'm gonna be locked in a
Cocktails,
bunker with something to drink, I'll take a jug of water, some Wild Bills, sarsaparilla.
Yum yum.
Oh, they had a cherry flavor that was so great.
Oh man.
Bronny, do you think we could get Wild Bills? Bronny, you think we get Wild Bills, the whole, barrel wall at our wedding?
Oh my god.
gosh. That would be hard.
Oh my god, it would be, but it would be amazing. Do they cater? Cater just beverages?
I don't know. We got a lot of people doing. Oh, it's Brandon. How's it going, Brandon?
Hey,
Brandon!
Brandon.
How you doing, Brandon?
Give
You
him
feeling
time.
better?
Yeah, significantly better. I gotta say, it's only my third day re-entering society, and it feels really weird. Like, just getting an ice cream cone today felt weird. Like, having to talk to someone other than my mom again. I don't know. Is that
It's
common?
been 3 days for you? It's been 3 weeks for me. I've been going out to LA every Monday, dude. They're opening everything up. Of course, they're gonna take your temperature, but yeah.
You don't need to take my temperature. I've been vaccinated.
I would have been vaccinated if extenuating circumstances didn't arise.
Speaking of vaccination, Heather, did you get vaccinated?
I got my first dose of Pfizer.
Oh, okay, because I actually got what do you call it? I got an appointment this upcoming Wednesday to go get Pfizer as well. Can you give me some things to look to once I get the first dose?
Not really anything. Nothing happened to me. I hear it affects everyone differently, but nothing happened to me. I was nervous because I got there an hour early, did my thing, went in there, and I'm really squeamish around needles. It upsets me. So I had to look away. I actually got to tell you guys this because it was really funny in hindsight. I go in there, I'm nervous because I hate needles, and they're like, yeah, you could come sit down. And I sit down, I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not good with needles, so I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going to be very pointedly looking away from you so I don't have to look at it. She goes nah, it's okay, I've gotten that lots today. So how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing fine. They asked me, so what's your favorite food? And I found that a weird question to ask, so I was just like, pizza and steak. And she goes, oh, how do you like your steak cooked? And I'm like, medium rare. And then she goes, okay, you're done. And I'm like, oh, that's good. Because I was on the verge of tears, oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, now I'm thinking about steak.
It's interesting because my whole family's gotten vaccinated. They're all full vaccinated. They just told me, oh, I felt tired after the first shot, and I was like, oh, okay.
They
And
make
then I
you
hear one of
hear
my
a lot
friends
of-
go get the vaccine, and he's like, dude, I was like, oh, I got the chills, I was shaking, I got the cough and everything. I'm like, dang, you got the literal COVID.
I hear a lot of the side effects happen after the second dose. That's just what I hear. I don't know
That's-
how common that is. I don't know how true
That's
that
what my
is.
manager told me. She told me after the second shot, that's when it all hits. And I was like, okay.
Hopefully it isn't that bad when I go on the 29th to get my second dose. They make you sit down for 15 minutes, and I felt fine in just the past 2 days. My arm was slightly sore in that area, but other than that, I was perfectly fine.
Well, I feel like your arm being sore is just kind of an unstated side effect that we just all agree to, because that's just
Yeah,
common
my mom.
Yeah.
for all shots anyway.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think that's that bad.
It's
Yeah,
also, you know
that's
what's
all.
funny? Speaking of pain from the needle, every time somebody tells me, oh, you won't feel a thing from the needle, I've always felt pain. It doesn't matter. I always felt the prick.
They gotta distract you. They gotta ask you what your favorite food is. What's your favorite food, Coon?
Is it pizza?
Pizza and
I
steak?
mean, I don't know how to put my favorite food. Korean barbecue, I guess. Hot pot.
I don't know, man.
Ronnie,
What's
I'll be
up?
like staring at that noodle.
Ronnie, what's your favorite food?
Definitely pizza. And if not pizza, lasagna.
Lasagna's okay.
I don't understand why people love lasagna so much. I think
It's
pretty
because
gross.
it's delicious.
It's because of
I
Garfield.
think it's pretty gross. I mean,
It's filled with sauce and cheese.
eh,
Yum. I mean, it's like a
pizza.
pizza. It's like a pizza, just replace the bread with noodle. If you think about it. Yeah.
I mean,
It's the same materials.
is a lasagna just a complex quasi sandwich? Because it's
No,
carved
it
either
is-
way.
No, it's pasta cake.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
yeah, I
Pasta
guess.
cake, man.
Could it also be like a layered pasta brownie kind of Eldritch abomination?
No, because a brownie is like
Damn it.
that's a pastry.
Right, but you just compared lasagna to a pastry.
Yes, because it's got the makeup of the pastry.
Yeah, but what? Never
It's
Would
got the
omelet
shape
be a
of the
pastry
pastry.
then?
Brownie does not have the shape of cake. Now, brownie, brownie, brownie can become a cake. Brownie can become a cake, but you gotta do more stuff that you need multiple layers of brownie.
Brownie. Brownie can become a cake.
I want to see brownie brownies now.
Mmm, delicious. Probably that
No,
brownie.
don't turn me into a cake. No.
Yeah, I
It would
could.
have to be from the neck down though, because his head would be too hard to bite into.
Oh yeah, that's the topper. That'd be like
My
the brownie I
skull is
made
a
him.
jawbreaker.
Oh my god. It kind of is.
So what have I missed? Not even just this stream, just the past 2 weeks.
So I got my car back, and they scratched it up and stuff. So I gave it back,
Oh yeah.
and then I got it back again, and it's fine. Oh, I should also tell you. I think like I've had bad luck lately with financials and stuff like that. And I think it's because they took my car away that had my lucky dice. Because when I got my lucky dice back, I noticed an upturn in things. And also, when I was heading home just yesterday, instead of going the usual way home, I decided to stop at a Subway and get a sandwich. Which Subway sandwiches, like a foot long, is too much these days. $8-something, what the fuck? But anyways, as I was pulling up, I had the radio on, and the radio was giving a traffic report, and it goes like, on the intersection of this street and that street, there was a hit and run. So to avoid that, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, this street and that street, that's the intersection I go past every day to go home. I would have been there right now if I hadn't stopped for a sandwich.
Mhm.
So yeah, my lucky dice were like, we got you, fam, you ain't gonna die today. I passed that intersection later, didn't look like much had happened. But, you know.
Is my connection dropping? I hope my connection isn't dropping.
It's
Doesn't sound
stuttering,
okay,
You
guys.
still
it's
sound
stuttering
fine.
a little bit, but you're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's starting to hit. I'm like watching my bars go up and down every 5 seconds.
The Sunset Watcher says the bite of 87 in reference to me being a brownie.
Is that the bite of 87?
I am Brawny, the brownie brony.
Delicious.
The quicker picker.
Yeah, it's about right.
No, that's bound. Brawny's more of the brand.
Yeah,
You
doesn't
stole
really-
brand, Brawny.
No, they stole from me. I've been around longer.
Have you, though?
Yes.
I think.
Are
Let's
you
see
talking?
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're saying that you've been around since not 19. It's like what? They came out like what in 2006? Brawny.
Oh, he actually might have come first.
I'm pretty sure they've been around longer than that. Sunset Watcher says, I want to tell you about myself. I'm a photographer that takes pictures of sunsets, hence my name. cool.
That's neat.
I fancy myself a photographer as well. That's nice. Michael Collins wants to know who's the most overrated pony. I think it's Princess Luna. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
You're clearly
Princess
wrong because
Luna.
it was Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash was the face of everything. She was totally overblown. So everyone's wrong except for me.
Rainbow Dash and Luna are both overrated because the fandom basically took Luna to levels that are unprecedented, and Rainbow Dash is just the case.
Yeah, but there's also, if we're talking about that, we also got to talk about Trixie, and we also got to talk about Derpy.
Oh,
Which are
Derpy's
both
pretty overrated
overrated,
too, but I still love her.
You know who doesn't get enough love? Lyra Heartstrings.
No, they love
And
her.
not just Lyra.
They love her.
We do, but like, I don't know. I wish we had gotten more of her in the show because she looked like she was freaking insane, and I'm sure that would have been hilarious.
Oh, believe this. Ronnie's been around since the 1960s.
Really?
Yep.
Because I just googled it and it says they've been around since 1975.
Let's see here. If MLP had an amusement park, here's a MLP ride. Trixie's Merry-Go Teacups. Oh yeah, that would make sense.
And one of them is a poodle for no reason.
Yay.
You ever been on the teacup rides?
Yes.
Oh, everyone has.
I love it when they have the wheel in the center of the cups and you can spin the wheel to make yourself spin faster. That makes me very happy.
Because he's about to make people very, very sick.
So
And it
if
will
the
be-
5 of us were to go to Disney, who would be in the one going at a reasonable speed, and who would be in the one with Bronny and I trying to make it go as fast as humanly possible?
Sadly,
Listen.
probably me.
So there's an amusement park up in New York called Seabreeze, and I highly recommend this park. And I went there with my nephews one time, and well, it was the whole family, but my nephews were there as well. We went on the teacup ride, and I was like, oh, I haven't been here in 13 years. They've updated everything. The park was bigger. There was a whole bunch of new rides. Everything was just a lot. Like, it was a good park before, but now it was even better. So we get on the teacups, and I'm like, oh, this thing's been here for my whole life, but they updated it, and now they got the wheel in the center of it that I can spin to make it go faster. And so I started spinning the thing, and my nephew was like, make it go faster, make it go faster. So I did, and he just, like, I'm sitting there trying to find his upper limit, and he doesn't have one. I've never seen a 5-year-old like spinning so much.
Kids
So
are
I'm
freaking
cranking
insane.
this thing as hard as I can, as fast as I can for the full like 3 minutes of the ride. I was getting my workout in. It was nice. And then we get off of there, and my mother and my sister were both like, I thought you guys were gonna freaking die. I thought that thing was gonna come up and go into orbit. Why were you spinning it so fast? I'm like, he wanted me to.
I bet you guys couldn't even freaking walk straight after that.
So of course after that, my at the time 5-year-old nephew was like, we gotta go on again. We gotta go on again. So we get him on again, and this time my sister gets on with me, and and he starts going, make it go faster, Uncle Bronny, make it go faster. And so, oh my God, I had everybody pinned just from the force of this spinning, just pinned to the wall, no details in the surroundings at all because we're just spinning way too fast. I'm sitting there going, there's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going.
You gotta take me to this park.
Lol.
And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And my sister was like, yeah, I thought I was gonna freaking die. New controller wants to know, Heather, have you ever tried Jones peanut butter and jelly soda?
I've never heard of such a thing, and I'm unsure of how the flavor would taste.
Go to Rocket Fizz, I think they have it.
So something funny, I looked up Seabreeze Amusement Park, and 3 towns over from it is a town named Spencerport.
Yep. Not much of a town.
Well, I mean, my name's in it, so I'll take it.
It's mostly just Rochester Junior. And it fails even at that.
Well, I can definitely say I've never been to that area of New York.
I think I'm just drinking this because it's cold.
Yep. Countess wants to know, when is the wedding?
We don't know yet.
Can I come to the wedding?
Yes,
No.
you can. Yes, he can. He'll videotape it.
We
No.
don't serve your kind here.
What kind is that?
Your kind.
And that kind is?
Your kind.
That's pretty broad, man. That's pretty broad.
He means Earth
It's
ponies.
gonna go in a circle if you keep asking, just end it.
Wait, I'll
Can
come.
Can I come? Or is my
Yes.
kind not served either?
Well, you can be one of my bridesmaids, but whatever the man equivalent is of that, man's maid.
Just
The
I
bride
want
man.
I want my dress to be pretty.
Yes, it'll be very pretty.
That would actually be
And purple.
You may be purple. Oh, I
That
don't know.
would be
I haven't
beautiful.
decided on the color scheme of my bridesmaid. I'll think about it.
Brandon,
Yeah.
you should be the flower girl.
I don't know who the flower girl would
Sure,
be.
why not?
That'd be funny. You just see Brandon. That'd
It's
be great.
like, I am a lovely flower.
Here comes the bride.
It's like, here she comes.
I'm not gonna shower the floor with flowers. I'm just gonna yeet them at people full force.
It's like,
gonna hurt.
flower for you, psh, flower for you, psh, flower for you, kid. Psh, knock it over.
Something might break, and you might have to pay for it.
Is there a way?
Just come with it.
Is there a way we can give Brandon a cannon filled with flower petals, and he can just lodge it at people?
That'd be great. Get a
Yeah,
freaking
probably.
picture of him.
A pale cannon to rival Pinky's party cannon.
It'll be beautiful.
Let's see here. Countess says about the vaccine. Oh, I had it and I lost it. There it is.
Oh,
Guy
shit.
I work with has a really bad cough since he got the second dose. Actually had to go back to the doctor and got a round of steroids. Yeah, there's been way too many. When they were making that, they said less than like 2% of people were having any side effects at all, and I'm just hearing side effects left and right.
Enough
Yeah, I
about
don't
that. There's
remember.
something more important at play here. I forgot to join the third color, so now I have to pull this all out and start again.
Oh, frick!
Look what you've
That's
done!
Damn.
On
You got
that
to
note,
talking about weddings and you got all distracted and dreamy-eyed.
on that
Damn it.
note, Ronnie, I don't know if you've been hearing the news about Johnson & Johnson. They've been really blowing this whole thing lately.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've heard.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard. Give me the lowdown.
From what I've read, I think 15 million doses didn't reach quality standards, which means less doses are being doled out, or like paused. I think for Boston, the Bay Area of California, a couple of select places. And there's also adverse reactions specifically to that vaccine, more than what you hear from Pfizer and Moderna. So they've been really blowing it lately.
Now, Pfizer and Moderna have a very checkered past of uh, just shady stuff in general. So, whatever you're hearing about those two, it's probably at least twice as bad as in reality. So,
I just think the Johnson & Johnson one probably got it worse than Pfizer and Moderna, which they have more of a history now than Johnson & Johnson or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Keep in mind with all of this that the people getting a vaccine and having nothing happen does not make for a news headline. So you're probably hearing a bunch of worst case scenarios and not hearing about the thousands or tens or hundreds of thousands of cases where it just goes as planned.
Yeah. I
You're
mean, my
definitely-
family, they turned out fine.
Yeah, you're definitely right there. And that is something I forget to take into consideration sometimes. So, good call.
Yeah, it's just interesting because only one of my friends had a very bad reaction to it. And it's just their first dose. Family, they're just like, oh, I felt fine. And I went back to work. I was like,
Yeah, work.
After having,
this is the fault.
after having COVID, I feel like that whatever side effect I get from the vaccine would just be better in comparison.
Yeah, I hear it hits people who have had COVID pretty hard, so I'm a little nervous for you, but like.
I haven't heard anything about that.
So,
Yeah,
where did I
I've
hear
heard
it
about
from? It's vague in my memory on where I read this. So, who knows? Maybe I'm just paranoid. Worried about my friend!
What I've heard is that it's beneficial for long COVID survivors, but then again, I haven't seen a lot of other articles replicating the same
Yeah.
thing, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I
But
hope
that
it
it's
doesn't.
interesting to hear that it hits harder on those who've had COVID.
Yeah, people who
you
have.
can't recall side effects or like anything else at all.
I
Yeah,
really.
like from what I hear, a lot of people who've had COVID, and it's been like months ago, I heard they're fine. But if it's like you had COVID recently, it affects you. Or
Oh, well,
because you probably don't recover.
Yeah, that's
And
probably.
my practitioner told me that after you get COVID, this is what he told me, that you basically have like a natural immunity for 3 months. I'm just going by what he says, so like
Yeah.
I'd have to get it, and I'd have to get a vaccine in July.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure immunity doesn't really work like that.
I don't.
Um,
I'm not an expert. I can't say I know really.
I'm not an expert either, but like I've learned things, if that makes sense.
This is just what made.
Like this would be the first
Oh.
disease I've ever heard of where you
Weird.
develop an immunity to it, and then you just lose the immunity without the
What's
virus
up?
itself.
Here.
Yeah, holy heck. Kuhn, you are not coming in. Like your connection is real bad. Anyway, this would be the first disease I've ever heard of where without it severely mutating, you lose your immunity to it, unless you're already immunely compromised in the first place. So,
I mean, I don't think like that course in general is unusual. I feel like I've seen diseases where that does happen, so I don't think it's unusual. But I don't quite know.
I think I need to learn more, which I like learning more. So that's
It's
fine.
possible that COVID is mutating fast enough that the 3 months wearing off your immunity is because it mutated to the point where your immunity isn't as effective anymore.
But then the vaccine wouldn't do anything in the first place because that's why we got to get a flu shot every year.
Well, if I remember the COVID vaccine correctly, it's not actually a vaccine for the virus. It's looking for specific proteins on the virus, so it makes your immune system blanket attack all strains of COVID that have those proteins. And that's why the quote super COVID that we were worried about a couple months ago coming out of England was concerning because it didn't have those proteins, so none of the vaccines that were being manufactured at the time would do anything to them.
Interesting.
The only thing I recall reading a bit regarding Europe and COVID was that European versions of the vaccine were being recalled because of connections to blood clots, like pretty bad cases of blood clotting.
Ooh, that's not fun.
That's the only thing I know. Heather, what's your take on this?
I don't know enough to make an opinion. All I know is a shot's a shot, and you gotta slam it.
I've heard that apparently people with food allergies shouldn't get the vaccine until more testing is done or whatever, so that rules me out for a good while.
Oh, that sucks.
Let's see here. We got a lot of chat.
Mm-hmm.
Syndicate says, I'm going back to get my second shot this Tuesday. I hear it makes you feel tired. We've already been talking about that a bit. And, yeah, what else have we got? Counter says, no AC, Heather?
Yeah, it hasn't been working at the very least, just leaking.
Leaking refrigerant or leaking water?
Leaking water. We have like 4 buckets underneath the vent.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a window-mounted unit, it's in the ceiling?
Yeah, it's in the ceiling.
Okay.
My connection's really crappy right now.
Yeah.
Fun!
Oh god. I think I need a new Wi-Fi card.
Well, I saw you post that in the chat, and then, that your graphics card is too big to fit it. Do you have any USB ports free?
Only one, but I use that for my wireless headset.
Alright.
How ironic.
Yeah.
So you would need a USB hub and then a USB Wi-Fi adapter.
Yeah, I would use one. I have one laying around someplace, but that one also drops a lot. I need to like literally replace the computer chip, like the Wi-Fi adapter chip.
Sounds like what you really need is a wired connection to your router.
That would probably help me out greatly. I
Yeah.
got it upstairs.
Powerline Ethernet, it's what I use.
Chuck Zone says, hey lads, going fishing tomorrow after church.
Isn't that that sounds like a very southern thing to do. You could come fishing with us. We're gonna take it up.
Yeah, like the only time I've really gone fishing, I was just walking around the neighborhood and there was this old Polish guy who barely spoke any English, and he offered me like an opportunity to fish, and I did. He was cool. But that was like several years ago. I want to do it again.
That is a very
Good.
interesting way to pick up fishing.
Yeah, I know. It's like nice moments like that makes me forget about the phenomenon of middle class suburban sociopaths.
Yeah.
I went
Yep.
fishing a lot in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I remember when you went to Hawaii. It looked fun. Wish I could have gone.
Yeah. It was fun. Except that one time when we went into like the Cape side of it and the waves there really made me have motion sickness. That wasn't fun. Stuck out there overnight. Ugh. But man, the fishing was great. Caught a massive fish the size of me.
Now that's the kind of
Nice.
fishing you gotta do.
Yeah, that must have been tough to reel in.
Oh yeah. I got so excited I was gagging. I was like, I caught a fish. I caught a fish.
You gotta get me more of those chocolate-covered macadamia nuts you gave me that one time you went. Cause like I don't usually like nuts, but I loved those.
It's because the nut was actually sweet, and it's one of the few nuts I would actually eat that's chocolate covered. Besides peanuts. Peanuts are okay.
I don't like the peanuts. Those macadamia nuts though, they were bomb.
Next time I go, I'll buy like a bunch of bags and I'll give each of you one.
Oh fuck yeah, bruh. I gotta go to
Hell.
Hawaii one of these days.
It's great. I recommend any island, really. Just depends on what your interest is. Do you like city life or do you like country life?
I'm a mix of in between, you know.
Maui is your place because it has enough city and enough country for you to go, this is nice.
Yeah. I'll put it on my bucket list.
Alright.
Chuck Zone says, "Hey Bronny, if you're going to Disney World, shotgun." Oh, that won't be me.
I'll be driving.
I want to go too. Can we get ice cream when we get there?
Yes, Heather.
BrawnyCon location 2 confirmed.
BrawnyCon. Yeah, I loved BrawnyCon. We should do that again.
Yeah. What's an SD Echo? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, it was.
It was my voice meter potato. It suddenly did the pop-up thingy again, and I had to say, no, I'm still evaluating.
Petite.
My connection is stable for the time being. That's a good
For
sign.
now.
Yeah, for now. 2 minutes later, every time
So
I try to
edits,
pause
I
it,
shall start looking into power line adapters for you.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it. If you do, I'll probably do it that way.
Oh, that feels nice.
Syndicate wants to know if you've ever been to Universal Studios.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, of course I have. I've been to the one in California. I enjoy it. It seems very nice. I'd love to go to the one in Orlando, too. I enjoy most theme parks, especially ones that have, like, you know, the Disneylands, the Universals. They have the licensings to stuff that I like. They have Transformers. They got, like... I gotta go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I still haven't gone. It's been years. I want to go.
Man, it's been a while since I've been to Disney World.
I hope that when you get, oh geez, I haven't seen Harry Potter one. They're beans, right? Like the flavored ones?
Oh, I don't want those.
Oh yeah, the
They can keep those.
Flavor beans.
There you go, yeah. I hope you get, like, the nasty tasting ones, Heather. And only the nasty tasting.
I am not getting those beans, okay? I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna dress in a cool t-shirt, wear my time turner, and I'm just gonna have a good time. I'm gonna ride
We're
some
gonna
roller
get you the
coasters.
chocolate frogs.
Yeah, those are good.
But Heather, content. You could make a video of taste testing every flavor of bean.
Ah,
go.
no. Everyone does that. I don't want to do that.
But dude, it'll be fun anyways.
I don't want to do that.
I'll record it, so it'll be interesting.
You can record me
edit,
going
yeah,
up on
yeah.
roller coasters.
Yeah, edit. I'll be honest, I love your editing style. I saw the video where you went and got pasta and it just... I thought the editing was hilarious.
I love that Osmo camera. It does wonders. It's on a gimbal, which is nice, so it'll follow you wherever you go, so you can just stare straight at the lens. It's like that one part from the movie It where
Everybody in the comment section is like, "Dang, I haven't had eye contact this awkward since prom night."
Everyone, go to Edits Coon channel. Binge all his videos.
Do it, it's great, you'll love it probably, I don't know.
And while you guys are at it, go ahead and binge all of Heather's stream archives.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
do
I would tell you to watch her critically acclaimed Mennonite video, but
Shut the
that's
fuck
gone
up
forever.
about that. That's not real. It never existed.
You,
Knowing that fact, Heather, do you know how much pain I'm in?
I do, because you're about to get curve stomped in the dick.
Oh jeez, why do you hate me, Heather?
why you see, this is why you don't have friends, because everyone that tries to get close to you dies, just like Mennonites. Like,
Mennonite doesn't die. Look, he's right there.
no, his friends, the people get close to
I
it.
His
can't
friends
believe
aren't
you
dead, he's surrounded by
categorized Mennonite.
He's right there. He's got all his friends. They're all alive. They're fine.
So
Okay.
edits.
Yeah, what's up?
Give me a budget before I recommend you $1,000 power line adapter.
Say
Whoa.
1,000.
Because
Say
those
1,000.
exist.
I don't have the money for $1,000 one, but
I know, I was
cheap as
exaggerating.
you go. Oh, okay.
Let's set up a poll. How much money should Edit spend? 200, 500,
An arm and a
700?
leg.
Here's the deal. The one I want to
Champion?
recommend is $90.
Okay, that's not as bad. I was expecting. I was gonna be like, about 100.
All right, sold. No, not that.
I actually do have USB ports free, but those are the front ones, and I use those to connect my drives, my external drives.
All right, putting this in Tech Talk.
Hell
Because
yeah!
Bronny and Heather could probably use these two.
I'll
All right,
consider it.
sounds good. Join up on Heather's Patreon, guys, so you can, for $10, you can see what the heck Spencer is talking about.
And you could probably like track Spencer down in the Discord server at one point and say, "Share your tech knowledge."
Yeah, he loves doing that kind of crap.
Yeah, that's his thing. He helped me.
I mean, I did.
Seeing that, like,
He helped me
I did
build my
assign
PC.
myself as the royal technician.
Yeah, that's his job. That is literally what he does.
you're not getting paid though.
Nah, he pays me to be here.
Wow, what an exchange!
I know. He got the worst deal in the history of trade deals ever.
Yeah, take it from me. I make the greatest trade deals. I give the money when I want to.
Yeah, he does do that.
I
What?
mean, if you guys want to support me on Patreon, I'll relaunch my Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, support my Patreon that I never really use.
I got Patreon.
Please.
Everyone has Patreon now.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure half of us just don't use our Patreon though. I have it.
I
It's
did.
there.
I have rendered thumbnails for a bunch of my Minecraft videos, and the Patreon perk was that you would get access to higher and higher quality. My $50 tier, you would get access to 8K renders. Those took an hour each.
Oh my Jesus!
Oh, and it's gonna get worse because I'm gonna re-render them with the rendering setup I used for my new intro. My new intro took a week at 1080p. I can only imagine how long each of those thumbnails is gonna take.
Edits. Which channel
how
do
is
you
your-
want? Coon, which of your YouTube channels do you want me to link in the chat because people are curious?
Oh, the Edit Spoon one, or also known as Jer Edits. I'm pretty sure it's still on your.
It's still on my
On your-
channel on my bronies.
Yeah,
Let me just grab
it's still
that.
up there.
I'm more curious as to how your computer was doing during the process.
It was a literal space heater,
Yeah, I can imagine.
and it was June in Connecticut.
I don't know what the Connecticut part has in significance.
Does it get like really humid there, or
Humid and hot, and my room did not have AC.
nice? That's
We
like
I had
had
already
the-
had my window open since April.
you're like dude, you're playing risky business there.
I'm glad I have to go to work at midnight. It gives me time for myself.
Oh yes, and you wasted it doing this.
Exactly. I should be like eating food or something.
Something that is productive to your health, and not listening
Yeah.
to bullshit.
Like eating Thai food.
I'm kind of a little snackish.
What kind of snacks to eat?
I've been wanting gummy candy. That's what I've been wanting. I want gummy bears, or those sour gummy worms from Trolley. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm not
I know what you mean. I stocked that stuff at work.
I'm not too big on gummy candy in general, but I gotta say the trolley stuff looks absolutely disgusting.
It's totally like you put it in your mouth and you just know this is poison to my very fucking body. This is gonna destroy my organs if I keep eating it, but you keep eating it because it's fucking good.
I mean, that's candy in general,
I don't
isn't
know.
it?
I haven't really had any good gummies. I mean, Sour Patch Kids are okay, I guess, but otherwise, I'm not really a fan of gum.
I just
Why is it that
absolutely
every time
love.
I saw something else, he's like,
I absolutely love shoveling garbage into my body.
garbage is the best, dude.
I know, like, you know
Especially
what?
when it looks real.
Mm. You know what trash food I eat knowing it's total fucking garbage, has no nutritional value, and not 100% sure what's even fucking in it? Fucking.
Pizza.
No. Not even that. The tacos at Jack in the Box. The things they give away for like $1.24
The tacos
for
are delicious.
two.
though.
For 2 tacos, $1.24. Yeah, but you know it's total garbage. You'll eat it. It's delicious,
is.
but it's total shit. You don't even know if that's real meat in there. Maybe it's not. You don't
I
know.
mean- I mean,
Sludge.
I mean, whatever mystery meat is in Jack in the Box is probably the same mystery meat that's in Taco Bell tacos, because it's probably just cheap to like sell that shit everywhere. Probably really
Yeah.
cheap.
I
Hey,
will say the
really just-
consistency is different because I've worked in Taco Bell. I know how they get their meat. They get it in a bag. They make me make holes in the bag, have it hang in the sink, and that's how they cook their meat.
Nice. That's.
And
that's
what's in the tacos in Jack in the Box is more of a mush. Like if they did
Yeah,
something to
like
the
it
meat, they
makes
did
you-
something to it. It's weird. I think they just
It's
got.
probably
Mm.
it's
You know what
probably it's probably pink slime
You know what I want
byproduct.
to know?
Maybe.
You know what I want to know?
Yeah.
Burger King at one point, I think I was still working there at the time, had the bright idea to sell tacos, and that was disgusting. It was awful. I want
Yeah.
to know what meat they use for that. I don't know. Did they just repurpose Whopper meat? That's
Probably.
my current theory.
Yeah,
That's my theory.
That seems
Probably.
like something they would do. I bet it's not even because it wouldn't be the same as Jack in the Box. Like it's just at the point where it's good tasting garbage that like gives you that serotonin boost. But then there's just like shit that like this tastes awful, and it like I know it's awful for me, but it doesn't even offset it by not tasting awful. So like fuck that garbage. The garbage that gives you the freaking release is that Jack in the Box brown sludge taco.
They're good.
They are
But
good.
you know what I get from
They use
Jack in
like
the Box?
slightly more spices or something. What's the deal? I've never had Jack in the Box.
A lot of taco sauce.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot
that's
of
that's it
tacos
too.
off. It's
We'll take you there
expensive, yeah.
sometime. We'll see how it reacts to you. You'll probably be in the bathroom for a while.
Yeah, it's my best guess.
They use a lot of taco sauce in those tacos.
I
think
appre-
that's
I
why they taste
appreciate-
good.
I appreciate you warning me before I voluntarily poison myself. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
I think California has good Jack in the Box tacos. It must be something in the water.
I don't know. I've been out here in Arizona for a while, and I've been to Jack in the Box countless times because it's right next to where I work, and I still have their tacos occasionally, and it's the same shit. I hate
Yeah.
that they took away like the Jack when I lived in California. They had a thing on the receipt there. It's like, oh, do our survey and you can get something. Well, they used to do like get 2 free tacos, and then I would go and get 2 free tacos after I did a survey. And then they'd give me a receipt for the 2 free tacos that I got saying, hey, take this survey, get 2 free tacos. So I just had an endless loop of free tacos. I think it was with the purchase, so all I did was get a large soda and go to their awesome soda machine and drink their awesome
Right.
soda. I love
Oh,
those
that's
soda
how they
machines.
trap people. That's the cycle. That's how
I
they
know,
work.
but like, I don't
Was it
think
one of
they...
those touchscreen soda machines.
Yeah, fuck
Yes.
yeah, it was. It was great.
I don't know why, but
Oh,
those
yeah.
things. I don't know why, but those things. Just no matter how many times I see them or use them, they fascinate me to no end, and I don't know why because it's such a simple concept. But it's like
You mix
I guess
any
it's
flavor
unusual.
you want. I love getting different flavored
It's
Sprites. It's
Like
great.
they have,
I
like,
just mix together all the
um,
vanilla flavors of all the different sodas.
I just get my Coke and Dr Pepper mix, and I've just been getting that from Jack in the Box lately. It's the best, but since COVID, I never
every
get to
time-
mix them myself.
every time I think of soda machines, I just think back when I worked at Burger King. We would get these kids from the middle school or whatever, and they'd always be trying to find ways to like get free food or free drinks or whatever. And I made a passing joke about using the ketchup cups to get soda, and they actually started doing it. And when my manager would come around, they would like say, "Oh hey, yeah, Brandon had this great idea," and I'm just like, "Shut up."
Shots, shots, shots.
Yeah, it's shots to that cola. Oh, back to what I was originally saying, but like the thing is, they would do that with their receipts. They don't anymore because the last time I did it, instead it said on the receipt, do our survey and get 1 double jack when you buy one. Buy one, get one free. And I'm like, I don't fucking want that. I don't fucking want that. I want the free tacos. I don't want to buy a burger, which is more expensive than just getting a soda and then getting another free burger. I didn't want that.
They did a cost analysis on that and realized they were losing a little bit of money.
Fuck them. I want free tacos.
Just a little bit of money. They wanted like an extra 68 cents more than what they were getting.
Yeah,
Is that how it went?
I'd hear that from the senior citizens who'd come to the Taco Bell. Like, because they changed it used to be they'd get a senior discount, but instead seniors get free drinks, like a free small drink. And he goes like, you know what I did that? Because it saves them money. Because getting soda only costs this much, but giving us 10% off our whole meal costs this much. So they just did it to be cheaper. And I'm like, cool. I don't care.
Sir, this is a...
Sir,
well, no,
this
it's
is...
not a Wendy's.
Sir, this is a Taco Bell, and I do not give a
This is
shit.
Taco Bell. Yeah.
I don't give
So
a, I
with all
don't
due
care.
respect, they don't pay me enough to care.
I don't care I don't care where it is. Where I'm working in that situation, I would say this is a Wendy's.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to the day I'm an elderly person and I can get senior discounts on food, because that's like just a common thing. I don't know why they just give people
won't
discounts.
exist by the time we're of that age.
Aw, come on. Denny's had a senior 55 plus menu. Give me
And
it.
now they're a dying company.
No! Not Denny's. That's where you get so much garbage food. Garbage
It's also
food
where
that you eat.
It's also where you get shanked at like 2 in the morning.
Hell yeah, it's where I get shanked, and what comes out is that freaking lemonade they have that's really good. They also had like so many different milkshakes. So many. Don't you fucking take Denny's from me. Give me my white trash shit. I swear to God, I will knife a
I gotta
bitch.
say,
Nobody's taking
I'm
Denny's
gonna-
from you, Heather. You're just gonna need to pay full price for it, regardless of what age you are.
No!
Here,
That-
Heather.
Go to the ghetto.
Alright,
They're in the
Heather.
ghetto.
Heather, here's what you do. Become a veteran. That's it.
I guess
Oh,
I can
yeah,
go.
there
I
you
guess
go.
I can go
Free
visit
veteran-
my brother.
Veteran discount for a lot of places.
I'm too old for that.
Probably Denny's.
Free pancakes. That's how they stay in
Fun
business.
fact, did you know that Denny's is derived from the name Dionysus?
That's interesting.
Oh,
What? That sounds like it comes from a parody site. Oh, I gotta say, Bronny, it's funny when you said that no matter what place you'd find yourself at, you would say this is a Wendy's thing. When I
Yeah.
worked at Burger King, I've had people try to order Wendy's items before. I've even had someone try to order nacho fries, which I think is a Taco Bell item, and it's so fantastic. Someone tried to order a Dave's triple. I'm just like, that's a Wendy's item. You're at a Burger King, and they're like, oh.
It's like, oh, I'm
It
stupid.
makes me feel bad because I know they feel like an idiot. But I have to point out the
Well,
opposite.
they deserve to feel like an idiot. They're the fast food restaurant.
Look, I don't blame them considering that competition and just the nature of fast food in general is so homogenous. It's so easy to mix up stuff, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, maybe they shouldn't have gone in with a 3 on their perception roll.
I can't escape it. I can't escape it. D&D references.
no, connection stay good. You did good for like 20 minutes so far.
Yeah, come on, Evans.
No.
Retro Gamer Kevin says hi, Heather.
Hey, what's up? Well, I'm out of that hard seltzer. It tasted terrible, and I didn't even get a buzz. Worthless. Never try Truly.
Truly's okay.
Mm-mm. I did not enjoy that in the least bit. I didn't get a buzz.
What,
It was
what flavor was it?
it was this raspberry lime.
That one's good. It's just not as strong as you expected.
It tastes
I
terrible.
recommend Mike's Hard.
It tastes like those
Do Mike's
flavored.
Hard lemonade.
Yeah, I love hard lemonade. It tastes like those freaking seltzer waters that are like slightly flavored, but all that tastes like to me is that it feels like it's water that's dirty. I hated it. It was terrible.
Literally.
I had
Literally. my family drinks LaCroix, and I'll be like, I'll try a freaking raspberry one. Why not? And it's weird. I'll be drinking, and I'm like, it tastes like it's missing thing that soda usually has, which is a bunch of syrup and serotonin.
Give me my syrup
LaCroix
serotonin.
and
Someone in the other
aspartame.
room is thinking really hard about a fruit.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah. Steal some more puns off of Tumblr.
Tumblr does that?
Oh,
Watch PFC more.
steal jokes? Yeah, I'm sure Tumblr does that.
Nope.
Um,
It doesn't every website do that?
Yeah, I suppose. Rusty Helm 93 says, let's be honest, what fast food is actual food?
None of it.
Good question.
In and out.
I hate that
well,
place.
it depends on certain facets, because Wendy's probably, when it comes to bacon, Wendy's probably has pretty high quality bacon in comparison to the big three.
All the bacon
Baconator
tastes
is
the same
good.
thing. Yeah, the Baconator is good.
I have had the Baconator. I still don't understand the need for that many beef patties, but otherwise, yes,
Yeah,
it's good.
That
Oh,
I have
I
to
feel-
disagree. There's never enough.
I don't know why any one person needs more than one. Even two, I
No.
think, is a bit too much.
No, I need to.
Why do you need two?
I'm absolutely.
Why?
I'm still
I like
hungry.
Baconator.
I need more meat. I'm hungry.
Five Guys has their stuff pretty down.
I love Five Guys.
Five Guys is good, except I
But the
don't
price
care.
is a bit
I don't care for their fries though. Their fries really
They
aren't that
they
good.
give you tons of fries. I think they're okay, and they also give you
Yeah, they're
tons of that on top of it. So it's great. You
And
know,
free peanuts.
free
but,
peanuts.
Wait, just to clarify, are we talking Five Guys burgers and fries or Five Guys flipping pies?
Burgers and fries.
Five Guys
Burgers and fries.
All right.
But what's it called? What fast food is actual food? Almost none of it. But I guess by extension, you could also ask what's healthy, and well, look at the menu, look at the nutritional value, and
You really have to go for like the restaurants that are a bit more expensive in order for it to be actual food. If you're paying like over $15 for a good burger and fry meal, that fast food place probably has pretty good food that has actual sustenance. Not like McDonald's, because that stuff is just you're eating matter that tastes like meat.
are you sure you're mistaking McDonald's for Burger King? Burger King, it's not King, and it's certainly not serving burgers.
I never really eat at Burger King.
It's fine. That's fine, Ronnie. You're entitled to your opinion, of course. I just don't understand. And I'm not saying it because I've worked there and I hated working there. I genuinely don't understand it. It just kind of sucks to me.
Yep.
You know,
I
on the topic
understand.
of just matter that tastes like meat, have you guys seen the interesting things coming out of the science of taste buds?
No.
Nope.
Well, apparently, our tongues can only really distinguish between 5 flavors, and whatever we taste is combinations of those flavors. So, scientists have been trying to narrow it down, and we might eventually get to a point where you could just put chemicals on your tongue and it will taste like different things.
I don't think
I'm
I
pretty
like
sure
would-
Yeah, we're already
food
getting to
is-
that point.
Food is that's just food. That's just putting anything on your tongue to begin with.
I would
Well,
say
right,
that scientists or food scientists are working hard to develop super foods, but they've already done that, so I don't know how advanced they can get. I don't know how much more
Well-
advanced they can get.
Well, the thing I saw is where they basically just have like a fancy glue stick where it has 5 gel-filled pouches essentially, and depending on how far they stick out those pouches, it will put different amounts of the 5 different flavors on your tongue, and it will taste like completely different things.
Right,
so
but
eventually we
doesn't,
could probably
like-
get to a
Right, but that just sounds more like a novelty thing. It
Well,
would
think
be
about it this way.
It'd be weird if you got nutrition from that, but I highly doubt it.
Well, you're probably not getting nutrition, but if they could figure
No.
that out, then they could imagine a candy bar that tastes like a steak.
I don't know.
That would that would be some weird cognitive.
I think people already do that, like bacon flavored sodas and things like that, and like it's not the same as eating a steak. Like a steak is juicy, it's cooked, it also has a nice smell. Like eating something that's like the actual thing is very different than like having something that's the same flavor. It's the reason why like grape soda doesn't taste like what grapes taste like. It's an artificial combination of someone who thought purple grape, this is what it should taste like.
Yeah, like.
Dude, all I wanna be able to do is buy a disgusting abomination bar and then cook it to however I want it. Like that steak bar, for example, Emerald. I want to be able to buy a steak bar and cook it to like medium rare.
Dude, freaking cooking your own steak is the best.
Alright, you know what? Actually, here's a better example of technology I thought of. So, going back to the fact that it's just 5 flavors, like, think of how your computer monitors work. There's only red, green, and blue, but we can make them represent any of the colors. So imagine virtual reality where you have this thing where it can just put the different flavors on your tongue. You eat a steak in virtual reality, you could taste the steak in real life.
Maybe.
So you're telling me that one of these days I can have a dinner date with myself?
You're telling me that one of these days I could have holographic meatloaf?
Dude.
Wonka vision. I think Food Theory did a video on this now that I think of it.
Maybe. I certainly don't remember. The most recent one is about like that TikTok trend where they turned ice cream into cake.
Yeah.
Or what about that? What about that trend where everything was cake at one point?
I remember that trend. I want it to come back.
That was so disconcerting. I hated it. No, I hated every second of that trend.
I want a cake.
Like, oh, that's a cute baby. Nope, it's cake.
Look, I would like the convenience of turning around and going like, man, I really feel like some cake right now, and just cutting open something and then there's cake.
Dude, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm
Like,
always
oh
looking
man, I
for
could
cake.
do for a cake and cut your computer open. Oh,
Jason Hartley says Arby's roast beef. I
It's
actually do
not
like
really
Arby's.
I'm not a fan of
I like
Arby's.
Arby's.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, I can go for beef and cheddar.
dude, the last time I've been at Arby's, I was a freaking kid. Holy crap.
Can't say I've ever had Arby's, I'll be honest.
If they're okay, from what I remember, they're alright. I've had better.
They seem like one of those places with like a lot of bombast behind their food, and they don't have the actual like ingredients to back it up or quality to back it up.
I mean, people have done comparisons of Arby's before, and it turned out Arby's just takes a lot of their meat and adds, you know, as you guys were talking about, meat flavoring to that meat. So,
Cool. So how much of that is meat then?
I don't remember, but I think they use turkey as a base. Last time I heard,
Interesting.
Turkey's
Yeah.
healthier,
it is.
so they say.
Relatively.
Mm-hmm. But I've had good roast. beef
I
at Arby's.
don't give a shit. I like turkey. I don't give a shit.
Turkey's okay. Turkey's like a white people food. It's good. And you.
I can't comment on turkey because I'm allergic.
Yeah,
Oh.
feathered creatures you cannot eat.
That sucks for. I mean, at least on Thanksgiving, you could probably get like green bean casserole or ham. Those are the best
So-
things.
Wait, I'm trying to remember to what extent your meat allergy is, Emerald. To what extent does it cover?
Poultry gives me anaphylactic symptoms, including weird feeling on the tongue and in the throat and severe headaches.
Okay,
Ooh.
so how about like beef products, like ribs?
No, that's fine.
Okay, so like
okay.
on Thanksgiving, you're like everyone has turkey, and you're just sitting there with ribs.
All the
That's
Uh,
what happened.
Yes, or pulled pork.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad.
pulled
Not bad at all.
pork is really good.
No. Pretty good. Pretty solid choices.
Ugh.
You know, on the topic of this, Michael Collins wants to know, hey Heather, if you were to end up in Equestria, would you give up meat?
Fuck no. Why do you think I have that one sharp tooth on my fucking OC? If I go to freaking Equestria, I'm gonna kill Fluttershy's pets. Secretly, she's not gonna know what happened, but that chicken's gone, Fluttershy. Forever. I will have my fried chicken.
I was about to say, oh, Angel Bunny's missing.
I've never eaten rabbit, so I don't
That's
know if
nothing
I
to
like
do with
it.
the House of Pepper I had last night.
What did that porridge have in it again, Heather?
Has someone done a fanfic of that where they discover, like, a village of ponies who eat meat, and they're just like, what the fuck? It's a horror movie, but they're just eating, like, a hamburger, and they're like, what?
Yeah, that's been done.
That's funny.
If you want to know my opinion on the matter, my OC has wolf ears, so that should answer that question.
Let's eat meat.
Meat is good for ye.
Protein.
Protein, bro.
Protein.
Bro.
Have you guys seen those comics where when she's in the human world, Twilight accidentally eats horse meat, and when she gets bad, she's having an existential crisis?
I liked the animation where they showed, like, Twilight in the cafeteria eating. She's like, we don't have plants like this in Equestria. Chicken, steak, awesome, yum, yum, yum. And then she's back in Equestria, and she's just looking at Fluttershy with all her pets, and she's like, oh, I ate them. Like, she was, like, being me in that scene. She was shoveling, like, bacon and shit in her mouth, and I'm like, yeah, Twilight, it's pretty fucking good, ain't it?
Yeah, meat is great.
It's established in the Rift canon that carnivores need to be registered, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't go into their canon, but, you know, I'm not registered. Fuck you. You can't make me register because of my dietary preferences.
My freedoms, okay? That's all I say.
I vaguely remember it coming up when Dr. Wolf tried to order from Jasper in one video or another.
I've really got to catch up on like everybody's videos. There's like 8 analysts I haven't watched in several months because I've been freaking busy.
What, kid
Double
eight?
speed is your break,
hear-
Brody.
I hear-
No, it's not, Spencer. Okay, I'm not a crackhead like you.
I need to
Hey,
be brawny. I guess I'll try it.
If you want to be like me, you have to watch it 2.5 times speed.
No. What I need is to not work 4 jobs. That's what I need. I need to not work 4 jobs and take care of a house by myself. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna dump my baggage on you guys. I'm gonna vent for a little bit. I hope that's okay. But I'm just,
Yeah.
I've been getting really
How do you think?
frustrated. I've been getting really frustrated with just like the state of my life. Which is really the only way to put it lately here is this. I got so much going on, I can't keep track of all of it. And then people keep bringing that up to me. And that, like, I know you don't mean anything by it, so I'm not mad, but it's like, I know my freaking upload schedule is trash! You know, kind of thing. Okay, venting over. Thank you for letting me do that.
It's okay. I distracted the audience with this cat.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I hear a feline, but I didn't look at the stream. Oh, there she is.
Gonna take a moment for.
It's an ugly cat.
The fuck up, Ronnie.
Yeah, you shut
Cats
the
are
fuck
for
up.
Fucking cat.
Cat. I'm with Brawny. Cats are for people who don't have love in their life.
Bitch!
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Right?
I'm the one that
Wait.
talk. I'm over here like.
Oh my god.
Wait, I missed what was that.
Well,
I've
and it's, you
never-
said a
I've-
lot of really wrong things, but that was
Yeah.
probably the
That was like the
Like,
most egregious thing I've ever heard.
It's funny because everyone here has like a relationship or something, and I'm over here like, you know what?
Wait,
I'm
what
in
did you say though?
denial.
he
I
said
think
he said
cats are for people who aren't loved.
he said cats are for people who don't have love in their life. You know,
They're like,
tell
yeah.
the whole story.
Oh my bad. I kind of speak to speak. I have no filter.
Yeah, we
No
noticed.
love.
Yeah.
How can you not rub this face? Look at this face, it's so cute.
It's gonna take a moment. For some reason, the stream's like a couple minutes behind. I'll see.
I like
Cats are cute. Don't get me
I'm
wrong.
gonna call it her beard. I like her beard.
She's so cute, she's
Does
so
it meow?
cute. Yeah, she meow.
Of course.
See meow? See
Of course
meow?
No, the beard.
It's oh no, the beard doesn't meow. But Knife does. It's getting her to shut up. That's the challenge.
Yeah, she's giving little meows right now.
Say meow. Say meow. Say meow.
Ow, you
She's
fool.
got no reason to say anything. You're giving her what she wants.
There's the cat. Okay, it's a cute cat. It looks on the older side.
Oh, yes,
Older
she's old.
cat's
She's
pretty
at least 12 and a half or 13 years old, we're thinking.
Yeah, I see the
Oh
gray.
wow, I didn't even.
I think
Yeah.
she's 15.
Yeah, because I took her, to, like, when we first got her, they said she was 2, and then we took her to a few vets and groomers since then. They're like, yeah, this is like a 10-year-old cat, a 12-year-old cat, this is at least a 13-year-old cat. And I'm like, well, shit, I freaking adopted a senior citizen.
Wait. You said some vets said 2. I wouldn't say 2.
No,
I'd say
no,
that-
like the where we adopted her, they said 2, but then we took her to like the
Oh.
vets and different groomers after that, and everyone agreed she is an elderly cat.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't think 2. Just yeah.
I love you.
Don't get me wrong. We used to have cats in this family. They all just they live through their life, or something happens outside our house, which ends up with the cats being gone. Sad. And it ain't like they moved on. No. If they moved on, they're not with us. You know,
Aw.
like they're not with us on this planet.
Hello, kitty.
They got abducted by aliens?
No, they died.
Okay, we're just being blamed
Because they
about
were abducted by aliens?
They died.
Hey, you don't need. Hey, just
Because they couldn't handle the vacuum of space while getting abducted by aliens?
Hey, I like to think aliens.
I mean, they're scared of
aliens-
vacuums, so.
Here's the thing. I like to think that aliens take that into account. Just because you're abducted by an alien doesn't mean you're doomed to die. You know, whether directly or indirectly.
You'd be like, oh shit, I've been abducted. At least I
I
have
mean,
air here.
I mean, whatever they do to you is probably gonna make you want to die. But you know,
That's why they
Or,
wipe your memory
use a
afterward.
fish for space poker.
yeah, no, that would make me want to commit not living if I had to do any kind of poker.
Well, if it isn't Mo Howard, how do you know Space Hulu figures?
I prefer blackjack. I'll be honest. I think it's a lot more fun.
The only card
Blackjack.
game I know is BS.
Owie, kitty, you put your claw in me.
I used to know how to play BS. I don't know how to play it anymore.
You go
My
in a
big brother
circle
taught me.
and you put down higher and higher numbers. And if you don't have the number, you have to lie about it. But if people call you on your lie, you have to take the entire pile. The goal is to end up with no cards in your hand.
Oh, interesting. It's like a.
It's like
I don't
Uno.
want to say war because it sounds actually somewhat removed from war, but that's very interesting.
No, it's like Uno, man.
I think calling it a simpler version of Prance would be accurate.
Never heard of that.
France is so much fun.
You just
They
love
couldn't-
slapping fingers.
Yeah, it's a combat sport.
Oh,
First I believe Brody, he's going to break my hand.
There was a game I played with Mrs. Wolf that was fun, and I can't remember it.
Oh, heck, yeah, I know which one you're talking. It's the word one, right?
Yeah, the word one. Oh, I can't remember it.
I'll go ask him.
Yeah, go ask Dr. Wolf. It's like, my girlfriend remembers playing this word game with your wife, and she just doesn't remember how it went, or like if they sell it, because she remembered she liked that game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not a card game, really. I want to get people to play Liar's Dice with. It's a fun game.
I love you.
Do you think Knife loves me, guys?
looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If would Knife approve of me? That's what I want to know.
I don't think cats would approve of me. They run away all the time.
You're too
Oh, it's an
open.
older.
You have to be a little antisocial.
I'm antisocial. Not with cats, apparently.
Nah, you seem
Oh,
too
well.
approachable. They like people who are like antisocial. You gotta do what Bronny does. Cats love him like immediately for no reason.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm usually the one that stays in the corner at parties, and the cats always run from me. Like, what's the deal?
Dogs might like you. I don't
Or-
know.
Yeah, I know dogs like me. I mean, my friend's dogs always bark. I'm like, get out of my face, dogs. I don't want to give you any love. Get out of here. Freaking dogs being all hairy and shit.
Kitty? Yes? Yes, what do you want? Tell me what you want.
What you really, really want? I'll tell you what I want. What I
Just-
really, really want. I want food.
I want you to just not.
Well, I'm gonna, okay?
Heather, the name of the game was Quiddler.
Oh, yes, that sounds very familiar. I have to remember how to play it. It wasn't like Scrabble. It was different.
Man,
I
slept
would
for
have
8
I would have
hours.
compared it to Scrabble.
I remember it being different. I don't know. I'll have to replay it because I don't remember. But I remembered I had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
The best kind.
I'll get it for us. It's only $10.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. We gotta play Jumanji. No one plays Jumanji with me. Knife, will you play Jumanji with me?
Yes?
Heather,
Yes.
we need to finish Battle Block Theater first. We still haven't finished it.
If
and I
we
want to
finish,
it.
if we finish Battle Block Theater, will you play Jumanji with me, Bronny, and Knife?
I don't think
Sound-
I can play Jumanji.
She can play
Sounds not fun.
Jumanji.
Sounds not fun, but I'll do it.
It sounds like a great time. You just don't understand.
Can I
You
join?
dream you playing Battle Block.
Yes, you can help Knife play.
Hell yeah. I'm knife.
If I could,
Cat.
here's the weird thing, Emerald. OBS just doesn't work for me. I don't know why, but specifically me, it doesn't work. And I've had friends who know like a couple things about OBS, like try to troubleshoot it, and OBS just doesn't work.
Did you
don't
uninstall
know.
and install it again?
Yes.
Did you
Are
try
you
it
running it on the
again?
correct graphics processor?
Sorry, what?
Are you running it on the correct graphics processor?
That is something I haven't considered.
Did you try not being so morbidly obese?
I'm
Ouch.
not, but I don't see the relevance. If I, in any case, I don't see the relevance.
Because number one, he ain't fat.
That's the joke.
But I've heard like some alternatives. I hear like Steam has some software that works, but I kind of want to try not to buy that kind of stuff from Steam because Steam software or hardware sucks. I have the Steam controller, which took forever to get here, and it fucking sucks.
I know, right? I hate that
Anybody with
freaking
Oh
thing.
my god! Who approved it? Who approved big picture mode? And who approved the controller in general? It's the least. Like it is simultaneously the most and also the least ergonomic controller I've ever held. The
Hey, you know what, for
N64
$5
controller
I'm not
feels better.
complaining.
The N64 controller feels better, and that shit like burns through hands. Well, it doesn't burn
What
through
the-
hands, but like you know what I mean. Like, was it the first or second or third Mario Party that had like
The first
all
one.
those injuries? Yeah, that one.
Have you tried the Steam controller on a Switch?
No, I didn't even.
I
I don't
have.
even know if that's possible. Is that possible? I feel like it is. But
Yeah,
it's like
there's
the
a
weird
way
magic.
to get into there's a way to get into the controller like it's a storage device, and there are community written drivers for I think the Switch, the Xbox One, and the PS4.
Yeah, it sounds like some magic I don't want to do.
The thing is so sensitive. The touchpad is set up to use as your right stick, so in the wild area in Pokemon Sword, my camera was moving around if I just hovered my thumb over that touchpad.
Oh, it's like games that set sensitivity all the way to like 9, and you have to fix it like that.
The sensitivity was set to like 11 somehow.
Dude, what the hell?
Looks like we're making some good progress there, Heather.
Yeah, when I had to restart, I've surpassed that milestone of where we were, so that's good. We're caught up.
Good.
I gotta just
Rest
remember.
Last 10 minutes of the stream.
I said no singing! Unless it's one of the songs I requested.
What's wrong with the songs you requested?
I want him to publish official covers of I'll Make a Man Out of You, It's Over, Isn't It, and this other song that I found on TikTok that was really cute.
If I were a piano man.
No, it wasn't that. But also sing that song.
I have decided that it is not good for my health to blatantly overreact to songs like Piano Man and Bohemian Rhapsody. As funny as it was, it is not good for my health. So I have decided.
I just thought of something that's going to make Brandon rage twice as hard.
New Brandon. I'm trying to get a new image out there. Reformed Brandon.
Aw, that's cute.
I'm just a piano man, nobody loves me.
Nice.
Can anybody find me? Mama.
Rusty Helm 93, specifically to you, Bronny, is asking if you have something against cats playing Jumanji. You catsist.
But yes, I
Whoa.
do. As a matter of fact, because that stupid cat would do nothing but sit there and meow and claw at Heather's thighs the whole time. And if she tried to participate, she would just meow and wonder why the board isn't petting her. So she'd rub her head against it and knock down all the pieces.
That's
And
actually
then
pretty
somehow turn
legit.
into like an anthropomorphic cat and just flip the table for no reason. And now I gotta fight Knife.
And then I'm like, no,
It'll be
she's
like,
still my
yeah.
child and I love her, and she's also an elderly
hell?
fucking
Yeah, so now I
cat.
have to fight Heather and Knife at the same time.
What the hell kind of power fantasy you have going on there?
Bronny, don't fight Knife just because she flipped the table before you could get to it.
Honestly, Bronny, you shouldn't just bring your fists to a knife fight anyway.
Yeah.
And then the game comes alive and a freaking stampede of rhinoceros flattens my house.
Don't worry, at the end of the game,
Well,
everything resets.
That's way worse than someone wishing a pox upon your house.
Hey,
Yep.
it's okay. At the end
I
of
guess that is a pox in a way.
It's okay. Everything resets once the game ends.
Yeah, you even travel
You mean-
back in time.
You make Jumanji sound like Sathora, like that movie.
That's the same thing. It's the same thing, except
It's
jungle.
literally the same thing.
It's literally
Wait,
the same
hold on.
thing.
Zafura
it-
is just Jumanji in space.
I was just about to say, educate me. Which one came first?
Jumanji came
Jumanji.
first.
And and Zephora was made by the same guy who made Jumanji. So
Alright, well,
I was like,
Book and the movie are wildly different.
I remember seeing that trailer come out and going, dang, they didn't even try to hide it. They were like, made by the same guy who makes Jumanji. It's Jumanji.
In space.
Actually, have
Is
any
it-
of you
is
read
it-
the Jumanji or the Zathura book?
No.
no.
Ah.
Is it
So,
is it stealing though? If it's you.
No, it's just creatively bankrupt though.
Yeah.
does anyone care if I spoil the ending to either of them?
That's the
No.
ending,
I don't
too.
think so.
Alright. So the book ending of Zathura is that the older brother lands on like a penalty space and he gets sucked into a black hole that sends him 2 hours back in time, and when he does, he tells his brother that they shouldn't play the game. And in the movie, they beat the game and get sucked into a black hole that sets everything normal.
Well, wouldn't just thinking like logically wouldn't beating the game set everything back anyway?
Yeah.
Well, yes,
Is that
but
how it should work?
Well, that is how it works by Jumanji rules, but the difference is that in the book version, they never beat the game.
Yeah, they just end up never playing it because time shenanigans. Which, I guess this is time travel for the better. Avoid a lot of problems.
Generally avoid a lot of problems by not doing time travel in the first place.
Well, I don't know. In this case, it worked out.
I'm just still trying to think in general, like, it is for time travel stories. Is it just bad in general to have to, like, you know, go through an event, right? Have knowledge of the events in the future, whatever it holds, and then, like, you know, with using that knowledge, just preventing it from happening. Would that split off in another timeline, or would that mess things up like real bad?
It really
because
depends.
it's technically supposed to happen.
It really depends on what the writer decides to do with it, but more often than not, they do the thing where it's like, because you tried to interfere with the timeline, what you wanted to avoid is what happened because of the thing you did.
I don't know, like, because me personally, I generally believe that there are, like, you know, like alternate like timelines, like a timeline where, for example, they played against Thor, and another timeline where they don't. But I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, like, there's if there's a timeline where they play it, and there's a timeline where they don't play it, but it's not, but like the other timeline, the third one would be, they just don't play it. It's not because the brother has knowledge, it's just they don't play it.
Yeah.
Like, is that plausible? Is that plausible? Like, is
What
that
you just described is one version of multiverse theory in both, you know, real life and in fiction, where there's a bunch of different types of multiverse theory, but multiverse, when it comes to time travel, involves the idea that basically for every decision that is made, it creates another timeline, one where the opposite decision was made, or the decision was not made, you know, which in itself is so like that. So that's typically called infinite worlds or infinite universes, right? Because, you know, billions and billions of people making hundreds of choices a day, creating, you know, innumerable, countless alternate timelines every second.
Yeah, no, I genuinely believe that. I genuinely buy that theory. Simply because not only does it just not make let me try that one again. Not only does it just make sense to me, it also has real life applications, like alternate history, for example. Like just inferring how different timelines would be if certain decisions weren't made, if a decision was made earlier or later or not at all. Like, I think that's really interesting, and I genuinely believe in it.
All right.
So last 3 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns? Please say them now. Hold your silence until the next stream. Just felt I should get that out.
You beat me to the 2 minute thing by like 5 seconds. But yeah, in fiction.
Does it work the way I feel like it would in fiction? Or is it like...
It can, depends on the writer, but me personally, I don't think time travel works in fiction unless you treat time linearly. Otherwise, you just get into paradoxes, and I've never seen it not create at least one plot hole. I've just never seen it happen. Doesn't matter how good the writer is. Unless you treat time linearly, you will create plot holes. The best example of time travel I've ever seen was actually in Friendship is Magic, the episode It's About Time, because it treated it linearly. The whole episode happened because Twilight went back into the past, and then the episode starts with Twilight from the future appearing in the present, which is her past, and setting the events of the episode in motion, thus at the end of the episode leading back to the beginning of the episode. But then, because the time travel is only temporary and it wears off and sends, you know, present, now future, now present again, Twilight back into the future, now present, the timeline continues on as normal.
Okay, so you like time turner rules.
Yes, if that's what they're called.
It's a Harry
one
Potter
from Harry
concept. I gotta make you
That
watch Harry
I don't know about Harry Potter.
I gotta make you watch
So
Harry
the way it
Potter.
works in Harry Potter is that you always exist in whenever you time travel. So there's no alternate timelines. Whatever timeline you're on, if you go back an hour, there are two of you, and there's always been two of you until you get to the point where the present you time traveled back to the past. In which case, there's only one of you now.
Yeah, it basically works
I
the
was
same
just
way
about
as
to
MLP.
say-
Same way, exact
I
same
was-
thing.
I was just about to ask, is the present you, the one currently utilizing time travel, that is the other version of you?
Well, I think, hold on, we're getting this too convoluted. Basically, all he's saying is that, like, the time, like, so, I feel like this is getting, like, really construed, because it sounded kind of complicated when he said it, but it works the exact same way that one episode, It's About Time, worked. It's that the things, like, if, say you're in the future, and you travel back, and you did something, but the way you watch the movie is that thing has already been done in the background, you just don't know it yet because it's your first viewing. Does that make simple sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is all it is. Also, it's the end of the stream, guys, so it's time to say goodnight. I have to feed my cat and give her a stab of insulin. So, let us say goodnight in alphabetical order. Brandon, you first.
Have a nice night.
Bronny.
Good night.
And it's Coon!
Thank you for subscribing.
There he goes. Emerald Spencer!
Have a good night, y'all.
And good night, everybody. I think we had a pretty good stream. We talked about fast food. We talked about time travel. Not usually my favorite topic, but, you know, I feel like we made a lot of groundwork here. Anyways, if you enjoyed what you saw today and you feel like becoming a patron, you can go ahead and go to the link in my description and go to Patreon for just $10 per post. You can join my Discord server with the rest of us. We are pretty chill people, always uploading stuff and memes. We talk tech, we do all this stuff, and there's other people like you there. So consider that. Or if you feel like getting something but giving me a little less, that's totally fine. You can go ahead and do the $2 tier, $2 per post, and get a kazoo cover. Those are a lot of fun. Working on one right now, hoping to get it out soon. That'll be fun. But if you feel like I'm worth just a one-time donation, my PayPal link is also in the description. Go ahead and copy that into your URL and give me however much you think I'm worth. No negative numbers, please. I'll take a moment now to thank all my patrons that I have currently. We'll start with Emerald Spencer, who is in the chat right now. There's also DJ Skywalker and Filmer Brony. So, those guys are super awesome, and I love that they're contributing to this. Just I don't know why they're doing that. They're just doing it. But, again, thank you. It's been a nice stream. Glad you all showed up, and we'll see